Hello there, Nadya. Okay, let's have a look at your work. So, hi Mum. Let's see, a relative is writing here, should be writing in the afternoon. I hope you finished the project successfully and you are ready for the trip. Anyway, as I won't be able to pick you up at the airport, here's a bit of instruction for you. Here's a few instructions for you. Okay, we can't say a bit of instruction. It's actually quite easy to get to my house from the airport. Wonderful. As you leave the terminal, you'll see a subway entrance on the left. It's Cliff Station. From there you take a B-line train, the one that goes to Northern Park. So after you've got into the train, count 4 stations, get out on the 5th. Good, at the 5th is better. It will be Clark Street. Go upstairs and you'll see a large building, a large red brick building. It's mine, okay? Please don't forget the number of the apartment is 204, but you have to first call to 205th, okay, to the 205th and ask for the key. Mrs. Robinson is aware that you'll be staying and she's instructed to give you the key. Good. And she has been instructed to give you the key is better. I've been thinking about how we should celebrate your arrival, and I suggest a Chinese restaurant. What do you think? Hope the journey won't exhaust you, so you'll have time to dine out. So you would be too tired. Yeah. I hope the journey won't exhaust you, so you have enough energy to dine out. Okay? Just in case something goes wrong, my new mobile number is this. Love, Nadya. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got the right register. We're writing in an informal way. Explain the keys, directions, suggestions. Fantastic. Everything's covered there. Bit of work with the prepositions and some other parts, but all in all, that's a great piece of writing. Well done. I hope you did it in about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and this way you've got 40 minutes left for task 2. Okay? Okay, the majority of the modern cities resemble large melting pots, apartment blocks and office buildings mixed with fancy theatres and museums. Good. Mixed with. Okay? Some businesses, however, are not welcomed there and pushed maybe better, to the regional locations instead. This relatively recent phenomenon has its shortcomings as well as its benefits. Excellent. Be careful here because this sounds a bit like an empty sentence. This means that we can just copy paste it into any essay. The examiner knows that and you probably wouldn't get many points. Okay, so this relatively recent phenomenon of company relocation, then we make, by putting of company relocation, makes it much more relevant and unique and applicable to this essay, which is what we want. One of the prominent downsides of companies moving from cities are the accordingly increasing logistic costs. Let me reread that. One of the prominent downsides of companies moving from cities are the accordingly increasing logistics cost. Okay, that's fine. Cities usually have better developed infrastructure than remote areas, and it's easier and cheaper for enterprises to operate the logistics from there. Good. Higher costs in this case result in an increase of customer price. That can be detrimental to certain society members. Another problem, we can't say consequent there. Another problem is an issue for hiring managers of these companies which have to be relocated, or which have relocated. So let me read it again. Another problem is an issue, so one or the other. Another problem is the hiring managers, or another issue is hiring managers of these companies which have relocated. The further from cities their workplace is situated, the more time they spend to commute there. Needless to say, time to get to work is one of the most crucial factors candidates consider when they apply for a job. Fantastic. Consequently, inconvenient suburban locations can deter some of the potential candidates from applying, causing a constant lack of workforce. Excellent. Good. We could even say causing considerable challenges for recruitment is probably more appropriate. Okay? Nevertheless, for those who will not be affected by these factors, the removal of businesses from cities seems to be highly beneficial. Okay. But that's incoherent. Yeah, because you're saying for those who won't be affected, it's going to be beneficial. So you're saying they're not affected by these factors, it's going to be beneficial for them. But if it's beneficial, then they are going to be affected, aren't they? So that would need to be rephrased. Okay, it's not as incoherent as I originally thought, but it could definitely be reorganized for clarity. Okay? We could say something like, nevertheless, the removal of businesses from cities can be highly beneficial for certain people. Okay? Or for certain factors of society, for certain segments of society. This way it's just a bit clearer, and also this is quite vague, especially for the first sentence of the paragraph. We've got those, we don't know who those are, and these factors, we don't know who these factors are, what these factors are either. We can speak like this, for sure, later on in the paragraph, once we've got those and these factors clear, but in the beginning, it's not very clear, and this is what's called like reader strain. So I'd strongly consider reorganizing that sentence. Premises previously occupied by the companies will be free, which opens up numerous possibilities. For example, some non-professional music bands would be happy to practice there, therefore giving the city an arty and elegant atmosphere. Good. Besides, if company employees have to commute to the remote locations, it will alleviate the problem of traffic in cities. Good. Thus, other people who visit the city centre every day will spend less time and energy stuck in traffic jams. Fantastic. Good vocabulary there. Excellent use of, stuck in traffic jams. So that's a good traffic jams are a good collocation, and stuck is the right verb there, the appropriate verb. So well done there. Excellent work, Nadya. On balance, it cannot be inferred that pushing the business away from sites is either ultimately positive or negative for everyone. However, this seems to be a trend that is going to continue regardless of its ramifications. Good work there. Very good. As a side note, we usually don't use going to in academic writing. We use more will or is predicted to continue regardless of its ramifications. Okay? Going to is more for spoken English. Now, Nadya, you've got two options. You can either, two suggestions. You can buy another essay pack, okay? Or I would recommend you have a look at the online course, and you'll get 8 essay corrections with that. It costs like $17 extra than a normal pack of 10. And also, if you get it in the next 24 hours, I'll upgrade you to the speaking course for free, and I'll give you an extra 2 essay corrections for free. So you get 10 essay corrections, okay? I think it's about 137. Sorry, so it's not $10 more extra now. I think it's about 10 or 20 extra dollars. But as I said, you'll get 10 essay corrections, 2 for free, and a free upgrade to the course. Okay. I think it'll benefit you because we cover modules like hedging, which we needed to introduce in a few cases here. Hedging is where we avoid making sweeping generalizations, and it's a key factor for academic writing. Also in the course, there's lots of techniques that you would definitely benefit from, okay? And we're not talking about just correcting your work now. We're talking about improving it, which is where I like to spend my time, improving writing rather than correcting it. And I think you would definitely see a big improvement in your essays, especially in your paragraph construction. And also, I think it'll be much easier and quicker for you to plan your essays after you work through the course. So have a look at that and then let me know what you decide to do. Also feel free to ask some questions and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, Nadya, you're doing great. Let's keep on improving and have a great day.